Hello, savages. We're gonna do a beer review tonight, and new beer I've never had before. I picked it up yesterday at work. It is from Lupulin Brewing Company. Show you the front of the can here. Looks like some of the I don't know what the heck it looks like. Some weird hipster guy on a scooter with a cat, crazy cat thing, whatever, and it is called, let's see here, it's called Coffee Shop Assault Vehicle. It is and I'll read the label, what it says here. It's an imperial stout infused with cacao nibs and bourbon barrel aged coffee beans. Ale with natural flavors added. And it also says, we work with Paradise Roasters to source green coffee beans, which we aged in a bourbon barrel. After aging, the beans were roasted and then infused into the beer, along with a heavy dose of cacao nibs. Barrel aging coffee beans prior to the roasting brings out hints of vanilla and wood to complement the coffee and chocolate flavors. So it's in pretty good stout here. 9% ABV, so it's pretty hefty here. Now, of course, these other numbers, I don't know what SRM is. Well, actually, I kind of do. It's kind of the clarity or darkness of the beer, and it's a 50, and I believe that's about as dark as you can get. It's a 16-ounce can. And like I said, it's from Lupulin Brewing in Big Lake, Minnesota, also Sioux Falls, South Dakota. They have two breweries. Big Lake, Minnesota, which is about 25 miles from me, is the original, and they bought the location in Sioux Falls, South Dakota a few years ago from a brewery that closed up. So they got two places where they brew this. I have no idea where this was brewed. Okay, it was brewed in the Big Lake location. But yeah, like I said, 9% ABV. So yeah, it's a pretty hefty stout here. We're going to pour it into, well, of course we know what we're pouring this into because we're all savages here. We're pouring it into the Savage's glass. And of course I have no fingernails, so I got to use my favorite bottle opener, the 50 cal, to just pry it up enough. Nice hiss on the glass. Here we go. Okay, well, this pours pitch black as expected. Okay, I gotta be careful here because she's crowning. She's topping the glass here. I'd say about a 2.5, two finger white. Well, actually not white. Brown head, brown tan head. Nice frothy looking. There, I'll finish it up there. Nice frothy looking. I like how I don't know how much you all can see from the side there as the head dissipates. But yeah, the head's dissipating pretty decently. Not too fast, not too slow. Looks like there's going to be some lacing here on the glass as it dissipates. So yeah, there's a little bit. But yeah, it's kind of like if you look into lava or something like that, how it's bubbling and like a boiling pot of water. The head is just bubbling and boiling, dissipating. You can see a little bit of lacing around the glass. I'd say this is probably for looks about a 450. It seemed like a thick pouring beer, so yeah, I'd say 450 is a pretty good number for this beer. And not as much lacing as I'd like on the glass. I will still go 450. If there's a little more lacing, if it clinged to the sides a little more, I'd probably say 475, but we'll go 450. Now to the aroma. By the way, this was in my fridge. It's been taken out for a bit. It's probably between 50 and 60 degrees, which is a great temperature for a stout to drink. So we're going to smell, well, the reason why is because if a stout is too cold, the flavors and the aromas and all that don't come out as much. As it warms up, the flavors and aromas, you'll get a lot more. So if you're drinking an imperial stout or a good stout or whatever, serve it at least 50 degrees, 50, 60 degrees. That's my strong advice. Now to the aroma. Whoa. Well, first off, I'm not a coffee drinker. You're probably all thinking, what the bleep? No, I'm not a coffee drinker. I don't like coffee. However, I like coffee in my beer. I know, I'm really weird, but I'm a savage, so who cares? But this aroma, so rich with coffee, such strong coffee notes. Getting some vanilla, some caramel, some chocolate, some toffee, all of these nice flavors all working together, just creating a symphony of music in the aroma. It's really nice, Take one more sniff here. Oh yeah, lots of vanilla in here too. Yeah, coffee, vanilla, toffee, caramel, chocolate. These flavors all work very well together. Very, very well together, and they're very well balanced and just smells amazing. I'd say this is also a 4-5. So 2 4-5s. Now to the flavor. To my savage friends, cheers. Whoa. Yeah, lots of coffee, obviously. Some vanilla. You know, the backs, you get the coffee, of course, first. The vanilla seems to be more on the backside, along with the caramel, the toffee, and the chocolate. But the coffee is the star, and that is throughout. But the other flavors seem to come in more on the backside. Take another sip. Yeah, it's got a nice flavor. These flavors, as I was saying with the aroma, they're still there in the taste, and they mix well together. They combine to create a very tasty imperial stout here. Really rich, really tasty, and there's just the slightest, very slight hint of booziness to it. Now it's a 9%er, so you wouldn't expect too much, but you would expect some. Though some imperial stouts, 12, 13%ers, you don't get it. You get a slight bit here. I'm going to take one more sip here so I can describe it a little better. Yeah, just a slight hint of booziness on the backside. But yeah, the vanilla, the coffee's up front and throughout. But yeah, the other flavors are mixed in more on the backside, but they're there and they're strong and they're perfect combination with the coffee. But yeah, you get a little, like I said, little hint of that booziness. And, it's probably from the barrel aging of the coffee beans, which, imparts a little bit of that boozy feeling. I mean, yeah, it's obviously a strong beer anyway, but the barrel aging of those beans probably imparts a little bit of that booziness to this beer. I'd say this is also a 4-5 for the flavor. I love this flavor. Now to the body. It's not bad. Maybe a bit lighter than I was expecting for such a strong, high ABV beer. I mean, it's not bad at all, but lighter than you would expect. You'd expect a thicker, richer experience with such a high ABV beer. At 9%, you would definitely expect a little more. It's not a knock against the beer necessarily, it's just what it is. And, it's good. But yeah, there is a slight booziness to it. But yeah, it's a little bit thinner than I was expecting. And even on the first sip, I was thinking that. Obviously, I go to the feel later on, but yeah, it's a little thinner than I would expect. So because of that, there is a slight cling from in the throat, but not much. From that, from the beer. But yeah, it's a thinner beer than expected. I'd say a 4 for the body and the feel. So overall, since the body and the feel were lower, everything else was a 4.5, except the body. I'm gonna have to do a 4.25 out of 5. So to my savage friends, 4.25 out of 5 is when you rate everything overall. It's a damn good beer. If you're in Minnesota, South Dakota, anywhere in the distro, I think Wisconsin, Iowa, and possibly other states. I don't know. I do recommend this beer. It's a little thinner than I was expecting, but otherwise it's a damn good beer. So to my savage friends, a 4.25 out of 5. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you like my videos, infrequent videos, well, throughout week and whatnot, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and that'll get you notifications. So to my savage friends, we'll just get you one last good look at the can from Lupulin Brewing. Cheers, my savage friends. Cheers.